Hello, everybody. It's Monday, April the 11th, 2022. My name is Shelly, and welcome to my channel, Proverbs 31:22, where I share all about my stitching life and my real life also. So, welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here. It's a rainy, dreary day here in Northwest Alabama. I just returned home yesterday from basically almost a week trip, probably 5 days, something like that. So I left last Monday to go to a quilt retreat at Grand Oak Retreat in Scottsboro, Alabama. I didn't really get any pictures of the retreat center. I took like one looking out from where my sewing machine was set up. So I might include that here. But the retreat place was very nice. The food was good. There was only one day, the very last day breakfast. It was like I won't eat any of this. So the rest of the time, I had at least something that I could eat. I just wish that when they make salad, they would just leave the cheese on the side and the dressing. But anyway, because I like salad and I didn't get to eat any salad. But other than that, the food was good. The bed was very comfortable. Accommodations were really great. They had snacks for us, drinks for us. So I brought a bunch of my own stuff, but I really didn't need to bring as much as I brought. But the classroom area was pretty nice. There were, tables, just like regular rectangle tables, but they had drink holders in them. They had like nice office chairs to sit in, so we didn't have to worry about bringing our comfy chairs. I did bring my drop down sewing machine table. So I had, the whole table that they have, plus, my sewing machine table. So I was able to spread out and have my ironing and my cutting and all of that going. I also brought cross stitch. There wasn't really any place to sit and stitch. They did have a home theater. It was upstairs and it was sort of like in the family area, and I don't know, I felt weird about going up there, but I would just sit in my, office chair at my stitching table where I was quilting and just stitched right there when I got tired of sitting at the machine sewing. Normally we could have gone and sat outside on the deck, but they're currently doing work on the decks. And so we weren't able to, but man, that would have been absolutely beautiful. So our group is planning to go back in September. I won't be going back in September. I can maybe do one of these a year. And I don't know if I'll do this one again or not, but anyway, it was a nice time. Let me just show you a little bit of what I got done quilting wise. So I'm not going to show you the pieces. I'm planning to work on this and stick it on my design wall later in the week. And then, I can take pictures or film it for you guys. But basically, I was able to get all of the borders. Like I had this border right here with the little fish was already done. I was able to get the half square triangle border done, the 4-patch border done, and then all of these little solid pieces, those borders done as well. On the quilt, all I did was put them together. Now I haven't cut the ones that are just solid pieces of fabric, but I have them ready to just cut out the lengths I need and add them to the quilt. So I was happy with that progress. The other thing I brought was this table runner that I've been having that was in a sew sampler box for 2 years, 2020 it says on the back. So I was able to get all of my pieces cut. No, I wasn't. What I decided to do is follow exactly how it is on the cover And so I would just lay them out and cut them as I went. And so I was able to get probably about right here, I had to stop. This is where I ran out of time. So I got all of that, from here up pieced. And good to cut out the rest of it and keep going on that. So I have it ready for the 4th of July. I did bring my Grasshopper Quilt, which is the quilt that I'm hand piecing. I didn't work on it at all. I ended up leaving my daughter's quilt that I'm hand quilting. I didn't bring it with me. I really ran out of room in my car. And so I just decided just to leave it. And it was really good that I did, because I wouldn't have had any place to really, work on it. So I did do some cross stitch though. And I did get finished with my MLK sampler. And I'll insert a picture of that pattern here. The cover sheet. And it's not ironed, but this is it. So I did use my own colors, of course. I added the personalization here and here, and then I added my information in the year. I stitched it up here. So yeah, I got it done. I got it done on the 4th. I started it on his birthday, and I finished it on his date of death. And so I was glad that I met my goal, but additionally, after I left Quilt Retreat, I went to Atlanta to visit my younger brother. We had the best visit. I loved it. I loved being with him and his husband, and they have their new place, and it's fantastic. My brother's always been really good about decorating and, having, just making things feel real comfy and cozy. So I had the whole downstairs level to myself. That's where the guest quarters are, and there's a little courtyard off of the bedroom there. Also, like from the hallway, you can get to the courtyard as well. And then on the 2nd floor is their living area. They have a beautiful kitchen that they just had counters redone like the day before I got there. So they were super excited about that. They were beautiful. So kitchen, dining area, living room, half bath on that level. They had sliding glass doors on the side of the kitchen, on the side of the living room. And so you could open those and just get a wonderful breeze blowing. And then the 3rd floor is their master suite area, and then a little loft area where they have some exercise and office equipment. And then they have a rooftop deck. So that was fantastic. We ate supper out there one night. It was kind of cold though. It really turned cold while I was there. We had frost warnings a couple of times. We did a lot of just hanging around the house and watching TV. That got me started on The Gilded Age, which means I have to get HBO Max. We also watched episodes of Julia on there, which is the story of Julia Child. Really liked that a lot. So we did a lot of, hanging around watching TV, but we also did a little bit of sightseeing. The first day I was there, once Gael got off of work, we went to IKEA just to kind of look around. And then I don't remember if we got supper and brought it home. Yes, we got supper and we brought it home, and we ate on the rooftop that day. And while we were out there eating, there were like fighter jets that kept passing over again and again and again. They do have an Air Force base near where they live, Dobbs Air Force Base. But it was really strange to see them, circling around again and again. And so I was like, we didn't know it was the same ones. We kind of figured after a while, this must be the same 4. We first saw them, they were following like a passenger plane. And so that kind of freaked me out. It was like, they're about to shoot this plane out of the sky. Is something going on? We need to check the news. And so we ended up finding out later that it was, I guess it was the opening day of the Braves season. And so they were flying over for that game. So that's what all the rigmarole was with the fighter jets. It was like, man, they could at least do some tricks for us. So we did that. And then I got there on Thursday. Then on Friday, we went to the botanical gardens. I've been to their botanical gardens before. It's been quite a while though, but you know, it's early spring. It was kind of chilly still. So, you know, there wasn't a whole lot alive in the garden, you know, blooming, but oh my God, what was just gorgeous. I mean, rhododendrons and like bright orange colors and red colors where you can just see them. It looks like a flame, you know, of fire in the distance. All kind of camellias, you know, red, white, pink, some that were red and white striped, some that were had pink and red on the same tree. Um, and then we went into, they had tulips everywhere. They took me to the little gazebo where they got married, and it just looked out over a fountain. And it, you know, at that time it had, you know, when we went, it had tulips. I'm not sure what they said was blooming when they got married because it was in August when they got married. So anyway, they had tulips everywhere. They had pansies everywhere, which is one of my favorite flowers. Um, and then we went into the orchid house. OMG. So we go to the door, and I see in the distance up along a wall, like growing on a trellis, I see some bright, like fuchsia foliage, you know, like blooms. And I'm like, is that bougainvillea? It was orchids. Like it was orchids growing like bougainvillea. They had those fuchsia ones and they had white ones, and then they had beds with all kind of different ones. And then there was another room that had more beds with all kind of different ones and bromeliads and just all kind of just gorgeous stuff. So I'm going to include some pictures of that trip here, that little trip to the botanical garden. So aren't those just gorgeous? I mean, I just was like, and you know, this past weekend, yesterday was my mom's birthday, and so was my mom's birthday weekend. And my brother had already said, you know, that he thought she would be pleased that we spent her birthday weekend together. So, but you know, going through the gardens, it was like thought about her over and over again because she loved flowers and she loved everything beautiful, and that's where I get it from. But anyway, that was fantastic. So then I think we got takeout that night. You know, we ate out a couple of times for lunch. Um, and then the last day, Saturday, we found an authentic Cajun restaurant called the Big Easy. And so we went there and we all had shrimp po' boys, and they were really good. But also on the last day there, we were able to visit the Martin Luther King National Historic Park, I think is what the official title of it is. So I was able to, first of all, we go there not even realizing, we didn't think that the Ebenezer Baptist Church was open. We thought it was still closed, you know, with COVID, but it was actually open. And we walk in, and the park ranger's there in the foyer, and she, gives her little spiel or whatever. And we were actually there on I think she said the 54th anniversary of his funeral. And so we were able to go in the sanctuary, and they had the audio tape of um, his his funeral service. I didn't know this. His funeral sermon was actually him preaching it. He had preached a sermon a few months before he died, and where he talked about what he wanted his legacy to be, and that was what they played at his funeral for the sermon. So we got to hear that. We got to hear Halia Jackson singing a song, and then just sitting in the very church. It was so amazing. So they had some displays. They had a reflecting pool. They had Dr. King and Coretta's tombs in the middle of the pool. They had a eternal flame going. And so I was able to take pictures with my sampler in front of some of these things. And I was just so excited to be able to do that. It just had so much meaning to me, that I finished it on his date of death, started it on his date of birth, took pictures at his site the day that, the anniversary of his burial. So I'll insert those pictures here so you can see that. And of course, there were, educational displays, and so we walked through the whole thing. So that, in a nutshell, was my trip to visit my brother. I had such a fantastic time just spending time with him, and we hadn't been able to do that. Like, I mean, we saw each other for my dad's funeral, and spent some time together then, but it was, real busy and us running around doing funeral things. The last time that we really got to sit down and visit was when my older daughter graduated in 2006. So it was much needed, and I loved it. So I'm very happy that I decided to, go there while I was on that side of the state. Now, getting from Scottsboro to Atlanta was horrendous. There needs to be a better way to connect Northeast Alabama to Atlanta, because it was like all these back roads, state roads, through all these little communities, twisting, turning, up and down. I actually got car sick driving. I didn't think that could happen, but I did get car sick. I mean, I didn't, I just was like real nauseated and like car sick. But on the way back home, I went a different route, went through, interstate to Birmingham and then up. So made the trip with no problems, got home Saturday about 6:30, and did some unpacking yesterday. I haven't done it all. I got to do more of that today, hopefully get it finished, because I got a busy day tomorrow with Quilt Guild, etc., etc. So I got that Martin Luther King sampler finished. I did put some stitches in Elizabeth Weston. I did, my daily age challenge, 56 stitches a day. And then yesterday I put quite a bit more. I think I put like 300 and something stitches in it. So I didn't want to stop stitching on her. I didn't stitch at all while I was at my brother's house. I just didn't. And I hadn't planned to. I left those days blank. And even yesterday, because I wasn't sure what day I was going to come home. So let me get this kind of folded and get it down to where I'm working, which is, so I'm showing you the wrong side. Those birds just start looking all alike. Okay, so I'm working right here in this area. I worked on this bird, this leaf, and started doing some of his, the branch that him or she, I don't know, he or she is sitting on. So I'm pretty much finished with that page from last month. There's like one little portion of a motif right here that I'll just do with when I get to the next page, the page that the motif extends onto. So this is a 36 count linen that Devin, okay, she told me what to tell you guys because she said some people reach out to her to dye fabric. She said to reach out to her, DM her on Instagram. So it's Devon, DEVONFL on Instagram. And then she can get you hooked up if you want some fabric. So let me try to show you the whole piece, which I cannot see what you're seeing, but hopefully you saw most of that. Okay, so I got some stitches put in on that, and then I did do one new start and then stitch some more on another magazine piece. So I'll insert a picture here. So this is Blackwork Beauties. I stitched a good while on this yesterday. I actually put like 600 stitches in it yesterday. I was able to work on all of that back stitch that you see. I did all of that yesterday, and then I did more filling in of the black work. I did this little flower right here. I did all of these flowers. So I got a good bit done yesterday. I really wanted to try to finish it, but it wasn't going to happen. So there's a series of, I think, there's 6 of these. I'd like to get at least 4 of them done for summer, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. I'm stitching those on 28 count Monaco, just with DMCs, 2 strands, except for the black. The black is, these black stitches are 2 strands. The rest of the stitches and back stitches and black work is all 1 strand. And then while I was at Quilt Retreat, I did make a new start, and I'll insert a picture here. This is Star Spangled Sheep. And I was able to get a good bit of it done. You know, I was able to get, you know, I like to see the color, and so I kind of, you know, get bored with one color and just do my best to put, you know, as many colors as I can when I'm stitching on something in each session. So I'm using 28 count Irish linen that I got from Michaels. I love stitching on it. I think it's the tea dyed is their color. I'm using Weeks Dye Works flosses. I think maybe I have a few DMCs in there. Some of them are called for, some of them are my own choices. I had quite a few of what they called for or very similar to what they called for in my Bluebird of Happiness pattern. And so I just pulled that set of threads out of that, and I'm using it for this. So of course I would like to get this done for 4th of July as well. So that's what I've stitched on for the last week. Oh, no, I got more, sorry. So, and dang it, I forgot to grab the book again. So I worked on my Blackbird stocking for Blackbird weekend sale. Sorry, I don't remember if I've already shown you this finished one or not. I don't think I had it finished last time I filmed. But I also started this one as well. So this is it's 32 count linen that I hand dyed, but I think it's more like 36 now. And then I'm just using a variety of over-dyed flosses in it, my choices. I did put some stitches in my temperature chart. I'll insert a picture of that pattern here. And so I did get it caught up, not yesterday, but the week before. I'm working on it every 2 weeks, basically. So that's what I was able to put in it. Love it. This is a 14 count chalkboard black Ada, and I'm using the call for DMC flosses. Okay, so that is all the stitching now. So while I was gone, all of my packages came in. While I wasn't here, my husband was here. It was like, dang it. So anyway, I got in my floss from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. And these are the ones that I got to possibly do, well, some of these are ones that I got to possibly do the alphabet in my summer ABCs by Little House Needleworks. So this is the ones that I got. I'm really liking this one right here a lot that I think I may do the alphabet in. I also really like this one. And I think that would be the only ones that I would maybe do it in. So those are the ones that I purchased. And then they did include a free gift for you. It doesn't have a color on it. I'm sure it's just some of their, maybe their cast-offs or something like that. But it's 2 skeins. No, 3 skeins. It's 3 skeins. So those will be really, really pretty for fall. So I got that in. I also got in my my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. I did just not rejoin because I was in the Classic Colorworks one before. When I first started stitching again, I didn't really care for weeks. I've preferred Classic, but I'm kind of leaning toward weeks now more lately. So this month was Green Smoke. And so you get 6 flosses in their club. Oh my goodness. Well, that one's gone. Sorry, guys. I wanted to put these on a board, but basically I'm just trying to get this done so I can put all this stuff away. Pretty greens. So I also decided to order their Stitch Quarterly. I'm not in the club anymore. I saw this kit on, it seemed like I saw it on someone's channel. And I went to the website and I had it, you know, in my cart. I took it out. I was like, no. And then they showed it. Either I saw it on their live stream first and then saw it on someone else's channel and then decided to order, or vice versa. The second time I saw it, I was like, I love it. It's just so cute. So I was like, I'm ordering it. So all that you get is in this bag. Plus it comes in this mesh, pretty bag. So let me take out these parts. So you always get a pattern, cloth, thread, and then some notions. So one of the notions that they had was this hand cream for quilty hands. And I think you got whatever scent they decided to send you. So I got Apple Orchard. Not my favorite, but it's cool. It's for, you know, it was just part of it. So you also get the needle, a John James needle to do the design. You get a cute little teacup needle minder. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. So cute. You get these little pair of sweet snips. You get the pattern. Is that not just the cutest thing ever? Look at that little pink bird. So I think that would be a really pretty companion piece to their Home Sweet Home that has a little bird on it with the gray house. So you get the 28 count mushroom Lugana to stitch it on. And then you get the pack of DMC flosses. I mean, just look at those colors. So cute. So that is, no, it's not all of the haul. I got my order in from Annabella's on Etsy, some more market items. So one of them was this pattern right here from Sweet Wing Studio. Mercy and Grace. Absolutely love it. Let me take it out of the shiny. I thought some of those flosses from that Fiberlicious would be pretty on the words. But I also just like it is. So it calls for Classic Colorworks, 1 DMC, the Gentle Art, and then Weeks Dye Works. So quite a variety of manufacturers. So I got that. I also got this Jeanette Douglas design. When I saw this online and saw this fabric, I just love it. So, this is stitched with Swattage 103s. And it's stitched on Aztec Red by Weeks, 46 count. I won't be doing 46 count. And I may try to just dye my own piece of fabric to emulate it. So I got that. And then I got the Blackbird, A Heart Remembers book. So I'm 30 minutes into this video. I'm going to go ahead and do a flip through. And then I'll just try to maybe film, you know, one more time or recap at the end of the week. So this pattern is in it. Look at that bird at the top. And this is Heart and Home Patchwork. So these are actually pieces that are stitched together on different pieces of cloth. So you stitch them on different pieces of cloth and then stitch the cloths together. I don't know if that was clear or not. So some of these are kind of hard to tell what's what. Okay, so they have that one divided into 2 different charts. And then they have another one. I'm not sure if that's, it looks like the same thing, but I don't know why they would have it repeated multiple times. Because it definitely is. I don't know. There's another portion. And another. That's just so pretty. And there's where my heart blooms. Another shot of it. There's also this little pin keep. This is so pretty. And with those blue colors, I might stitch that next year for my mom's birthday because she loved blue. She loved blue and she loved everything beautiful. It says aged pewter, but I would do it. It looks sort of bluish to me. I would do it more, you know, in a blue. So there's this little heart, my dear friend. Oh, so cute. That is so cute. Anniversary happiness to you, dear friends. I want to stitch every single thing in here. Heart of the home. Every single thing. Forget me not and remembrance. They just have such an amazing eye for color. Wildflower Guide. And that's it. So, love that. You know something I've noticed though about Blackbird, working on those stockings, they have a lot of errors in their charts. I mean, every one that I've stitched so far, every one of those stockings has had an error in it. So just be careful when you're stitching those. Okay, so let's end today with some stitchy kindness. So, you know, I was opening all the packages that arrived when I was gone, and there was like this one big one that was like, what is this? It's like, wait a minute, this one's a surprise. So Cheryl McKinney over at Tranquil Stitches and Sentimental Pastimes, she sent me a big old envelope full of quilting stuff. So she sent me this pretty card. I mean, it's just so simple, but so pretty. It's got like rose gold metallic lines on it, and then that quilting motif shape. The background kind of reminds me of my brother's countertops. So let me just go through all of these. So she sent me 3 of these little square in a square papers. And she just basically said all of this stuff needed a new home, and that I could either, you know, keep what I want, pass on what I don't want. Some of it may end up in giveaways. Some of it I may just give to my quilty friends. And then there's a bunch of It's So Emma patterns. So there's Zurich, Rockin' Around. Isn't that so cute? And they give you the different colorways. Geneva. This one right here. Merrymaking. So, and they give you different colorways with this as well. I definitely will have enough, you know, colored pieces of my Cori Yoder, a very coriander Christmas quilt. I'll have enough pieces left over to do this. I have no doubt. No doubt at all. Poinsettias. Fascinating Facets. That's pretty. Stellar. Alpine Blooms. Love all those different colors. Away We Go. That's so cute. A good little Project Linus quilt. And then the plaid farmhouse from the Real Housewives fabric. So cute. I think that's all of the little patterns. Then she sent me two book patterns. So the Prim and Proper from Lori Holt, yay! So, you know, there's the main project, which I have the companion cross stitch done. And then there's pillows, and then this little, I think it's like a table runner. Yeah. So here's some pictures of the projects. So this quilt right here is made up of these corners. That block just repeated. So there's a little flower pillow. There's the log cabin pillows. So cute. And then there's the table or bed runner with the X's. And then here's the one with the star block. And that's it. So, you know, there's the main pattern in there as well. All right, sorry about that. It cut me off. So, then she sent me this Rose and Bloom. And this is featuring, it's a block of the month featuring Vanessa Gertson of Lella Boutique. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think it's just one quilt, but it's, you know, all the different blocks. Love it. And then she sent me this Quilts and More magazine. This is one of my favorite magazines. I wish they had offered subscriptions, but they do not. So, and I've looked in Readly, and they don't have it in Readly. So anyway, Cheryl, I've already reached out to you and thanked you, you know, in private, but let me just say right here, you know, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just like blown away. I love it. And so I will definitely treasure it and use it. And if I'm not going to use it, I will pass it along. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. And like I said, I'll just come back later in the week and I'll do a weekend, end of the week recap, including all of my little daily challenge things. I didn't do any of that while I was gone. I wasn't going to bring all of those different projects. And then the one that I did, I didn't work on it. So I don't think there's anything else. My brother had his surgery, and then he was supposed to go back this past Thursday to see his doctor for follow-up and find out what the treatment plan was. We hadn't heard anything from him by Friday. I mean, we knew that the surgery went well, but we hadn't heard anything as far as what the treatment was going to be. I reached out to him and asked him, and he didn't really answer me, but he had recently, like that day or the day before, lost one of his dear friends. So they're dealing with some grief right now. So remember them in prayer. Also, my husband's last surviving uncle, who happens to be my uncle by marriage as well, like through his wife. He's not doing well, and so they've gotten hospice and hope to make him comfortable. He has cancer that has started spreading, and they had to put in a trach, and he's just, you know, he's not doing well. So He is the sweetest man. Um, just so sweet. So it really breaks my heart. Um, so remember the Michelle family in your prayers as well. Now, I think that is all. Yeah, I'll see you later in the week. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. It's Saturday, April the 16th, and I'm here to finish out my week of stitching with you guys. I started doing my office redo, and so I don't know how much I'm going to be on camera in the next couple of weeks, but I also feel like I'm starting to get those headaches like I had in December again. I pray that it's not, but sort of what it feels like. It's just not as intense yet, so... but anyway, my daily age piece that I'm working on now is Craft Room from Shannon Christine. And I've been putting 56 stitches in it each day. She's done on 14 count black Ada using the call for DMCs except for the machine, and then this down here, I'm doing those in purples. So I worked on this a lot this week and realized after I got done that I used the wrong color. It's not supposed to have white in it, but I'm leaving it. So I started working on this now, and looking forward to getting more stitches in this and get this complete. So I've got to do the wording, this, the back stitch, and then these little pieces. And that's it. I'll have her done. So, and those little needles. So, I did finish my Erica Michaels sampler book, letter S. So, move it over a little bit so I can see. So these right here are the spiderweb roses. I think I probably should have used 2 strands of floss. You know, these call for rainbow gallery threads, and I think this was supposed to be like in a braid. I'm not sure. I've never really used rainbow gallery or anything like it, so... But anyway, I think I just used regular, you know, over-dyed floss. And I followed the instructions to do it with 1 strand, but I think the strand that they used was probably thicker. But I did get it done. So I'm overall happy with the way it came out. And then I got done with this little guy a few nights ago. This is the Blackbird Beauties. And once I kind of got, I don't know, it confuses me if I just go across back and forth with the black work. So by the time I got to about right here, I started just doing diagonals, and that seemed to work a lot easier for me. So we'll see. But each black work design is a little bit different. I think they have another one that looks similar to this, but there's 6 of these all together, and I am going to do all 6. So I started another one last night. And this has like a big tulip looking flower right here. But I did work it in a diagonal. So that's all I've done the last couple of days. I haven't really done anything on my other daily challenge pieces. I don't think I'm going to be doing much of that in the coming weeks because I will be doing a lot of painting. I moved all of the furniture out of my craft room office yesterday. And I was planning to start prepping the walls today, but I don't feel good enough, so I know I have to pace myself with all this stuff. So the floor is supposed to be in today. Um, so we're going to do just one little part at a time. I've been planning. I kind of did some space planning on my office, um, hoping to take um, some of the stuff out of my main craft room and put it into the office, because I will have all of my floss in there, all of my finishing stuff. So I think I'm going to put my patterns and my fabric in there as well, so that I can kit up and finish things in there. And that'll make, more room just to be able to move around in my main craft room. So I think that's it, guys. I hope you guys have a good Easter. Um, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.